What's going on, Creekers? Coach Abell here with your first weekly, not even weekly at this point, but your first announcements of the new year. Hopefully it's treating you guys as well as it can. I know that we all have hope that this year would be better than last, and so far it's not looking so good, but let's remember, stuff didn't start hitting the fan until March, so we're going to give 2021 a couple-month grace period here to improve some things, okay? Got some important announcements for you guys. Haven't checked in since before Christmas. Want to make sure you guys are up to date, okay, on things going on. First and foremost, obviously, happy holidays. Hopefully everything went as well as could be expected. I know our family, we really enjoyed Christmas this year. A lot less stress since we weren't able to go to so many places and have so many relatives to see and so forth and so on, which obviously, sucks, but it was good that it wasn't as stressful. But hopefully holidays went as planned, and you spoiled your kids as best you could, and we look forward to 2021. All right, this is not a mistake, or it's not a coincidence that I'm coming to you guys at the time that I am. This upcoming Friday marks the end of the first semester. In years before, the end of the first semester is always right up to Christmas break. But because of COVID doing what it did to the schedule, technically speaking, the semester does not end until this Friday. Grades are due for teachers next week. Okay. Here's what that means. That means that some of our guys, no matter where their grades are at, whether they're satisfactory or unsatisfactory, they have at least until the end of this week to get some of this stuff done. Okay. That includes my Winter Bridge and my Admentum guys, okay? Admentum, generally speaking, if you're on an Admentum course, you've got extra time to complete it. But I do know that Winter Bridge, it's you guys are on the clock, okay? With grades not being due until next week, it is possible that some of these teachers may provide some kind of grace period. If there was an assignment due, let's say today, and Johnny didn't get it done until next week, I don't know. That's teacher to teacher. And that's something that you or your son will have to kind of take up with their teachers. All right. Once Friday hits, the following Monday or Tuesday, we don't have class on the 18th. On Tuesday is when their new classes will begin. You guys will get a schedule, both the players and the parents. You guys will get schedules of the new classes. Probably the middle of this week. I would say probably Wednesday or Thursday at the latest, and they will provide the new schedule. Some of it's probably not going to change, but some of it will, and some guys might have a completely different schedule for the new semester. Okay, obviously, as of right now, it's still all digital, it's still all virtual, but it does let them know which classes they'll be signing into at what times going forward. Okay. Report cards. Report cards will be sent out on the 27th. They will be sent digitally. That would be to the email address that's on file with JCPS. Whether you agree or disagree, it's 2021. Email is everywhere. Everything is virtual. Everything is digital. Please, please, please make sure that the email address that you have on file with the district is a good email address. That's the only way that you're going to get any information. Are they going to eventually print and send them out? Possibly. But the easiest, simplest, most cost-efficient way is to send it to you guys via email. All right. It'll be some kind of link that they send you, and then you'll have to verify that it's you, and then boom, it shows up, and those are your kids' grades. All right. All right. Update on in-person instruction. More than likely, what I know, you already know if you're paying attention to the news. It looks as though by the end of February, teachers should have their vaccinations. We keep receiving emails pretty much on a weekly basis letting us know, what's going on for that week. And our names are on lists and all that kind of good stuff. And once teachers are vaccinated and staff members are vaccinated, then they will start rolling in a plan of getting kids back into school. More than likely, freshmen will be the first to come back. Overall, it'll be the elementary school kids, but elementary school 6th graders and 9th graders will be the first ones to come back And even when we do return back to in person, I do believe it's probably going to be some kind of staggered schedule where your kids will come in either on Mondays and Wednesdays, or they'll come in on Tuesdays, Thursdays, or something like that. Okay. But besides that, I don't have much more information. Just continue to pay attention, continue to subscribe. If you guys are subscribed to my YouTube channel, then you certainly need to subscribe to the JCPS YouTube channel. They're doing the same thing. They're seeing a lot of updates via YouTube. All right. All right, already making changes. Let's get to the football stuff. Already making changes for 2021. If there's any 2021 graduates on here or their parents, I do have some more information for you as well. But obviously, you don't need to do any of this kind of stuff. This is for all the current juniors, sophomores, and freshmen who are going to be a part of Fern Creek football next year. I'm likely going to get away from the Teams app. There were too many issues with the app. People would reply, or people would send me a message, and I wouldn't get the update until later on. We had issues trying to send out messages to you guys in a timely fashion. I just wasn't a big fan of the app. And on that note, the Max Preps is not doing what they need to do to make that app efficient. Okay. So what I decided to do is as of right now, we're going to have two platforms. It's going to be the Google Classroom, and it's going to be YouTube. You guys all have my cell phone. You guys always text or call. That's completely okay. If this Google Classroom thing doesn't work out, I might end up doing some kind of maybe a Remind app or some other kind of messaging platform that's going to be easier for you guys to use. But with the kids having to use Google Classroom, we thought it would be a pretty good idea, a pretty wise idea to kind of streamline everything and make it all one thing. So instead of you guys having to have 4 or 5 different apps or logins or passwords or whatever, it's all going to be on one thing. Hopefully you've already downloaded the Google Classroom app to your phones. That's for both parents and players. When you download the app, it'll ask you for permissions. You want to go ahead and allow push notifications. That's going to mean that you'll get updates. You'll get the little notification on your screen that will, whenever an assignment's posted, whenever an announcement's posted, so forth and so on. But all of those emails were sent to you guys probably over the last couple of weeks. I know I started updating it back in late December. Okay. But if you see here, right here, this is what the email that you'll see come in, and all you got to do is hit accept. If you do it from your phone, it'll even pop up with the App Store and allow you to download the app. If you didn't get it, shoot me a text and I'll send you the link, okay, or I'll resend you the email, okay. But as you can tell, we've already started posting some stuff that we want the guys to be doing in their spare time. We're posting announcements. Coach Montgomery's posting announcements. We've got some inspirational videos, some things for guys to be thinking about, so forth and so on. And I've already started posting workouts for the guys, which we'll talk about here in a moment. We're up to 240 subscribers to the YouTube channel. That needs to be more. We've got 75 plus players, and every player's got at least one parent. Hopefully you guys have subscribed to that channel so you guys can get the updates as well. All right, more stuff with 2021. Winter sports. If you're someone that's comfortable with your sons doing winter sports, hey, let's go for it, right? I got a bunch of guys. We want wrestling. We've got some guys doing. We have 1 or 2 guys doing basketball. We encourage it. If I had my preference, I want everybody to go wrestle because it keeps them active and it keeps them engaged. We don't know what we're going to be allowed to do and when we're going to be allowed to do it. I have hope that when we return to in person, they will allow us to start doing some things with workouts. But I don't know. I mean, that these people still have not approved basketball games to start happening yet. So I don't realistically think that we're going to be able to lift or work out at all. Even in small groups, I don't think that's going to be able to happen until maybe mid-February at the earliest. So we want guys to be as active as they can be. You know, the 2021 season starts right now, and no matter what their goals are, whether they have aspirations of playing college football, whether they have aspirations of being all-state, all-district, or whether the team has aspirations of being good and being district champions and beating Male and Bullitt East, whatever their goals are, that starts now. I've already posted workouts. They'll get a workout. As of right now, they're going to get 3 a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And we want these guys to work out as much as they can. I've posted actually 2 different types of workouts. One would be for those who have access to a gym, and then one is for those who don't have access to a gym. These are some things they can be doing at home with some household items, some body weight exercises, stuff like that. Okay. All right. Upcoming over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be having one-on-one conversations with your guys. That's for you players as well. Hopefully you guys watch the videos. We'll be doing our one-on-one conversations. We can start talking about expectations for 21, start thinking about what things you'd like to see change, what goals you have for yourself, anything that you want to voice to me that you didn't have a chance to last year. Obviously, last season was not the greatest of seasons for a million reasons, but that's should provide even more motivation to make 2021 even better. Okay. So feel free to air out any grievances when you and I have those one-on-one conversations. Okay. Those will be coming up pretty soon. And I do them from seniority down. So the upcoming seniors, we will do yours first, and then the juniors, and then the sophomores. Okay. Last thing on this slide, 7-on-7. This is always going to be an issue, not an issue. It's always going to be a topic of discussion. 7-on-7 stuff is more popular now than it has been in a while because we can't do the regular football stuff. In any other year, I would discourage the 7-on-7 stuff, just depending on which group it was. This year, I'm going to kind of sort of encourage it because it's going to keep these guys active and keep them engaged. And it's something else for them to be motivated and kind of honing in on their football craft. What I will say about that, though, is before you join, I would likely go ahead and call, text, email either myself or actually Coach Montgomery, who has a little bit better knowledge of those teams and which teams are pretty legit. Unfortunately, some of those organizations are known not to be super organized. And it can create some problems for you guys in the long run. So I would just seek out the opinion before you go and pay a bunch of money for tryouts or whatever. Just reach out to one of the coaches and we'll tell you a little bit more about it. Okay. All right. Last little bit here. This is for those 2021 guys as well. The next ACT is on February 26th. If you are going to register for that, you need to register by Friday. Okay. You need to email Ms. Houchins or email Mrs. Meredith for fee waiver information. I would strongly encourage everybody to retake the ACT, or juniors who have yet to take it, go ahead and sign up to take it, especially if you're someone that gets free ones. Go ahead and do it now. What's the harm in that? Okay. Find out where you're at. Yeah, your score is not going to be very good, but that's okay. At least you have a knowledge of where you currently sit and what you need to be doing to improve. Okay. We have no idea what that's going to look like. We have no idea what college recruiting is going to look like. No one does. They did this ACT waiver last year for a couple of these conferences and schools, and that helped out a little bit. But then this GPA thing, as soon as they waived the ACT, they upped the GPA, and some of our guys are not doing too well with NTI. So if college football is something that your sons, whomever wants to do, the number one thing is we got to get on these academics. We got to get on the test. We got to get on NTI. Okay. Because at the end of the day, some of these college admissions aren't going to care that, COVID-19. They don't care. These in a way, they're actually being a lot harder academically in terms of their expectations, because some of these colleges feel as though this stuff should be easier than in-person classes. I'm just telling you what's been coming down the pipe. Okay. Make sure your FAFSA was updated for you 2021 guys. Make sure you get that done as soon as you can. I would go ahead and start doing it now. And then when your parents get their tax information, you can update it later on. I always tell guys that federal college aid is like a big pot of money that people the first people to the pot. It's first come, first serve. So the earlier you do it, the more likely you are to get good financial aid. Okay, make sure you do your NCAA clearinghouse or your NAIA clearinghouse. If you have questions about that, give us a holler. And then lastly, and this is for all of our guys, make sure your huddle information is updated. Nothing is more embarrassing for me, and this actually happened this year, where we have a young man that wanted to go to school, wants to go to this particular college. I was asked to contact that college. I did. The college asked me to send the highlights. I send them the link, and the coach goes, "What is this? There's no highlights. This is just a bunch of small little clips. Where's his highlight tape?" That was pretty embarrassing. I should have probably checked it, but on the flip side, we have been telling you guys for a long, long time to get your highlights updated. If you need any help on that kind of stuff, let us know and we'll schedule something with you. Okay. As always, guys, hope is greater than fear. Let's hope 2021 is way better than 2020. I look forward to you guys. Look forward to see you guys when we can. Hopefully, you guys are going to be at wrestling practice, and I'll be popping in there with Coach Dodd and Coach Nichols. If not, we'll be doing our one-on-ones here pretty soon. Coach Abell out.